If you guys are stoked to talk about a recession, this is the place to be, and stay tuned for the rest of this video. Okay guys, so we're going to talk about recession. It seems to be a hot topic going on right now. Everyone's talking about, you're hearing all the economic talking heads are talking about we're entering into a recession, and the questions that we get from clients is what happens if we enter into a recession. So we're going to talk about that and things that you can do to handle an upcoming recession if that's indeed the direction that we're going. I guess the first part of this would be defining exactly what a recession is. And a recession, you can, everybody has a phone, you can look it up on Webster's dictionary. It just means that there's a temporary decline of economic activity. It's usually defined as 2 quarters of a decline of what's called the GDP, which is just basically the gross domestic product, the amount of products and services that are being produced in an economy. To confuse you even further, I have no idea what the actual decline is as far as percentage is concerned. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you, but that's what a recession means. It's usually a decline of 2 or more quarters of gross domestic product. Boy, I'm sure that makes everyone feel really good right now that you know that. So, but what actually is a recession? What are the effects of a recession? And do you need it? Do you need to allow it to affect you? And the answer to all those things, I don't know if it's the answer, but you don't need to let a recession affect you, especially if you own your own business. Or actually, if you're in charge of your economic activity, then you don't have to agree that a recession is going on. So let me explain by that. So I think, the first thing that everyone thinks about, oh, it's a recession, that means that I'm going to be poorer. Okay, well, that's a decision that you make. That's not something that you have to agree to. Okay, just because everyone around you is saying that the economic activity of all these, wild formulas that we see on TV and all these statistics that all these economists are spitting out, does that really need to change your life and your household? And the answer is no, it really doesn't. You're just allowing it to happen. So as a practice owner, you have complete control over whether or not you're in a recession or not. So I say that because, you have your own little bubble that you're in control of. You're in control of your household. You're in control of the economic activity of the household. You are in control of the spending. You are in control of your income. You're in control of almost every aspect of your household. The same thing with your business. You are in control over the amount of patients that you're seeing. You have control over how much you're spending or where you're overspending, or the production of your staff. You have control over all these things. So regardless of what's happening in the outside economy, whatever quote unquote bad news you hear out there, of a stock market crash, inflation, taxes, war, you don't need to let that affect your business or your household. Now, will there be some effects of that you'll feel? Sure. I'm sure we all will. I'm sure we've all felt the price of gas. I'm sure we've all felt, the lack of goods and services that we used to be able to get rather easily. But does that mean that it has to affect your quality of life to the point where, you're having to eat romaine noodles and cut your cable? I don't think you have to do that. You just have to apply really basic principles, and you have to really just disagree with what you hear everyone else saying out there as far as what you should be doing. What should you be doing right now? You should be promoting yourself. You should be producing more. You should be doing all the things that your competitors probably aren't doing right now because they're in fear too. And that fear and the anxiety and the worry that's being fed to us really freezes people. So if you really look at it, it's a pretty good opportunity right now, especially if you have a business that has, a lot of people there that want to work, that want to do well, to really utilize them correctly so that you can expand your business and get it into a condition where you never have to worry about, okay, well, there's a recession coming, big deal, it's not going to affect my practice. Oh, they say a depression coming. I don't really care, you know, because I'm getting myself, my business, and my household totally prepared for whatever comes down the pike. Now, if you're not totally prepared right now for a recession, there's always something you can do about it. There's always some action that you can take. Get a plan. Get an actual plan. Find someone that understands your practice and how to increase the value of it. Find good consultants. And there's just a myriad of things that you can do at this point. What the powers that be want you to do right now is do nothing. Honestly, that's what they want you to do. They want you to do nothing. They want you to freeze. They want you to cower in fear over some pending economic, you know, apocalypse that's about to happen. Okay, well, you can do that and then they win. Or you can get up, get a battle plan, really find out what you need to do with your day and what you can do with your staff to really, you know, increase the productivity and viability of your business, and then get in communication with your family in terms of what you guys are going to do to really get yourself prepared financially for, you know, anything that could happen. To me, that's a much more sane approach to you know, any kind of recession or depression that they say is going to happen, and I think it would make you feel better too. In terms of not just listening to bad news that's all around you. So I hope that helps, and wait for the next video and we'll talk about something more uplifting than this. Stay tuned.